is freaking out. Everybody is freaking out because I got the trucks posted for sale, okay? Everybody just calm down. Everybody just calm down. Everybody just calm down. Like, I'm not going to stop the channel, all right? Like, I'm not going to stop the channel, all right? Like, I'm not going to stop the channel, all right? I'm still going to do stuff on the channel. There'll still be trucking stuff. There'll still be trucking stuff. There'll still be trucking stuff, okay? The next phase of my life, which I'm getting ready to, you know, transform into the next phase of my life, which everybody has phases in their lives, okay? When I was a teenager, going from high school to the working career of a job, being an adult, that was a phase in my life I had to transform and go through, you know? And now the time is, my kid's graduating, she's going from being in high school to college, she's transforming from one age group to the next, you know, and I am going to transform, me and my wife both, into the next phase of our life. Unfortunately, the K100s and Betty White are not in them. The K100s and Betty White are not in them. The K100s and Betty White are not in them. So that's why I'm selling them. Yes, I'm still gonna truck. I'm going to probably get something different. So that's that. Don't ask me a bunch of questions. Don't ask me a bunch of questions. Don't ask me a bunch of questions. When you gonna do it? What are you gonna get? You know? It is. We doing it. How are you this morning? Welcome to the Chad Keegan YouTube channel. Sunday edition. We're doing some church here. Let's get you cooking. A little bit more over here. I don't know. Let's see what you got. Just leaving a pilot here. Just dropped about $720 in the old tank to get 136 gallons, but I had a little bit of issues. When I tried to swipe my comm data, for some reason, it wouldn't go through. Every time I put my mileage in, it kicked me off. I did it twice at the pump, kept on saying, go see cashier. So I went inside and I had her try it. Declined it. Same thing. I said, I'm going to go out and call my dispatcher, see what's going on. I said, maybe comm data's down because this has happened to me before on a Sunday last year or some shit like that. And, so I go out, I call the dispatcher. Nope, you're the only person having problems. You're the only person we've heard from. I said, whatever. Clean my windows. I'm on the phone. He calls me back. And he's sitting there like, yeah, I'm on the phone with Blase Splat and it's not going through. This is okay, whatever. So I try it again while I'm on hold with him and it goes through finally. So I'm like, right on. Hang up the phone with him because I told him, I said, if this doesn't work, I'm going to go home and park it. I'm not going to run today. If for some reason I can't get fuel with this card because I'm not paying that much money out of my pocket to not get reimbursed with the discount and save money. And or he said, will you take a com check to fill up? I said, hell no, I'm not, because I'm not going to get that discount. I'm not doing it, you know. So I'm about to go back home. I don't fucking care today. I'm just go back home, whatever. And then I tried it and it worked, so we good. So we are going to do some church service, which I haven't done for a while. Been lacking on the old, you know, driving videos and things of that nature because, well, I figure people's getting tired of seeing a Frankenstein doing stuff. So down just a scotch. I don't know. The angle on this one, if it was like the one on the other one, but I guess I can't see the whole thing because I'm only seeing what's on the little screen right there in the front. So looks like our battery's a little low. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. I go back inside, get to the point of the whole story, the situation. I go in, get my receipts, talking to the gal, and she says, yeah, after you walked out, we just got an email from ComData saying all pilots, the systems were down for ComData. And I said, makes sense now. So moral of the story is, I guess you just got to wait for a little bit for it to pop back up before you put your panties in a bunch and go back home. But it's what it is. So see what happens later today, I guess. what's going on. Man, that was freaky though. I kind of drove cautiously, but I got back in the truck and took off down the road and started going, and it was like nothing had ever happened. So it was one of the craziest things that ever happened to me while I was trucking, and I just didn't understand what was going on. I thought for sure, great, I'm going to have to get towed, and this is going to be an expensive bill, and then I'm going to be pissed because I'm going to have to dump money in this truck, and I really don't want to right now. So just one of them situations that, it happened. But I'm working today, and I ran the rest of the day, and I was fine. So I don't know what it was. It was crazy, that's for sure. It made me, and I don't think it was the landing gear, so I don't know what the fuck it was. I'm just dumbfounded by it. So I guess it's a win in my book that nothing major happened. So whatever. Well, folks, we got over here to Papa's. We got one to get, had to drop one off over around the corner, and I'm coming over here, hook up to this chassis right here. It's a black one. You know, I say about the black ones, they're usually the best. Always try to find the best chassis. Now, I just walked down these right here, these three. All these three right here got big ass gashes up at the frickin' top. So if I open the doors, because that guy over there doesn't have a handle, so I couldn't slide the tandems. But he's clean. And I thought, oh great, the tandem's got to be slid here. These doors are already open because people open the doors. See that big old gash up there? See that big old gash up there? See that big old gash up there? See that sunlight or not? Let's climb up in there, because I don't know how good you can see it from back here. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, look at that. Choo, choo, choo. So that's why I ain't pulling this one. The next door neighbor, I checked it out, same thing. So that's three, well, this one and that guy right there, both of them. This guy, check him out. Mud flap hangers all jacked up and tore that tire almost to shreds. Almost to shreds. Almost to shreds. Look at that. Big old chunks out of there. Missing the top. Oh my God. I think, oh well, hey, look at that. This guy's off the rim here. So we got some issues going on. Can't take any of this stuff. So anyways, back to the one over here. Ain't got no handle. Sometimes you got improvise, baby. You got to use the improvisions. So what I do, grab my hammer real quick, smack the pins out, because I couldn't get the pins, you know, they just wouldn't go because I climbed up under there, and I tried to grab the thing and it didn't. But I got this bungee strap right here hooked on that some bitch, and both pins are in. So I can slide the tandems, they can be all the way back. I'll pull my my bungee strap off back and stick it right there where it belongs, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do the damn thing. That's what we do. We're doing the damn thing. What's going on, folks? A little bit of rain and thunderstorm, spotty showers. Supposed to have some activity coming along. If you can see in that circle mirror I got over there, which I know you can, you would see what's coming behind me is super dark, but the way it's going to shoot like up north and like be off. Hopefully right now I'm just in a little bit of cusp, obviously, so you can see I've got the Rain X on the windows, so that stuff's just beating off like that's what I'm talking about. Everybody is freaking out because I got the trucks posted for sale, okay? Everybody just calm down. Like, I'm not going to stop the channel, all right? I'm still going to do stuff on the channel. There'll still be trucking stuff, okay? The next phase of my life, which I'm getting ready to, you know, transform into the next phase of my life, which everybody has phases in their lives, okay? When I was a teenager, going from high school to the working career, of a job, being an adult. That was a phase in my life I had to transform and go through, you know. And now the time is, my kid's graduating. She's going from being in high school to college. She's transforming from one age group to the next, you know. And I am going to transform, me and my wife both, into the next phase of our life. Unfortunately, the K100s and Betty White are not in them. So that's why I'm selling them. Yes, I'm still gonna truck. I'm going to probably get something different. So that's that. And don't ask me a bunch of questions. When you gonna do it? What are you gonna get? You know? Because that's something that you'll find out by watching the channel. Because that's what, you know, that's just what it is. You wanna know stuff, watch the channel. Don't private message me and ask me why. I'll do whatever I want to, you know what I mean? These are my trucks. You know, I got people freaking out like, no, I'm not sick. There's nothing going on. It's nothing like that. And I told my wife, I said, somebody asked me, I'm just going to tell them I'm going into porno. Wouldn't that be funny if I said that? That'd be hilarious. But the next phase of my life doesn't have any, the KWs aren't included in it. So that's why I'm selling the trucks. Calm down. I ain't dying. Some days I feel like it, but I'm not. I'm still going strong and kicking, but you know, there's going to be different adventures in the future. I guarantee that much right now. So just hang in there and relax, and everything will be cool. We'll find out soon enough. Just gotta stay tuned. That's all I can tell you for now. So until then, you know what we say. We will see you. Going back to trucking. Woo, baby, it's coming down. Oh, it's raining. This wind's blowing pretty heavy too. It says it's 16, but I know it's probably heavier than that. So we're just like creeping, you know, probably doing maybe 7, maybe, which is fine. You can see the wind, the water just blowing off the road from the wind, and it hit. And it's coming down right. Probably gonna be some flash floods here. Could be. I think the old, I'm almost positive the dam's got a river flood watch. Almost positive. I'm gonna take the fans off because we're just heating it up in here. I'm gonna be quiet, dry. Come and go too. Yeah. Get out. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you got improvise, baby. You got to use those improvisions.